I remember a moment in Multiversus where I thought I was crazy. Me and my partner were fighting against a Garnet, and I got so tired of her just punching and then knocking me off stage. And I said to myself, ooh, I can't wait until she punches. And as soon as she misses that punch, I'm gonna knock her neck off. And that moment finally came. She was punch in the air, and as soon as she was done, I went to knock her neck off. She dodged out the way and started punching me upside my head. And I said to my partner after the match, I said, man, something about that don't feel right. For her to have so much knockback on that move, for it to do so much damage, for her to have so much armor on it, if she misses, I feel like that should be my opportunity to knock her shit. And honestly, when it comes to my passion play, my fighting games, I really don't like to complain. So I just convinced myself that I must be doing something wrong, because I was looking around and nobody else was complaining about the fact that it seemed like so many characters could just do whatever they wanted with no penalty whatsoever. And you don't have to be a competitive player. You can still be a casual player and understand that the fun of fighting games is the risk and reward factor. You have strong moves, you have less strong moves, and those stronger moves will come with higher risk. And if your opponent knows those risks, then you have to be very strategic with how you use those powerful moves. And I let out a gasp like, woo, when other people in the community started to say, man, it just feels like people can do whatever they want and we can't punish them. I always say that the worst thing you can be in a fighting game is predictable, but in this game, you could be predictable as you want to be. For the most part, people can't stop you. Until today. Player One Games recently just came out and said, man, we're nerfing everybody. If you have been exploiting the fact that you cannot be punished for using your most powerful moves, be ready to get punished for using your most powerful moves. And that is just the fundamental aspect of fighting games that this has been missing. If you want to play safe, but understand there's pros and cons to playing safe. Just like there's pros and cons to using high risk, powerful maneuvers. And I've been looking at these patch notes, and I'll put a link to the patch notes in the description, but some of these characters are getting 6 frame, 11 frame adjustments to their whiff recovery, which I know not everybody's so used to the terminology and everything, but those are big windows to be able to punish somebody after missing an attack. I think at the end of the day, more than anything, being able to punish is a true reward for learning and understanding the game. And so we talked about skill gaps in my previous video, which I will probably put a tag somewhere up on your screen. And this is one of the big things, understanding when you are able to punish, understanding when you're able to use certain moves and be comfortable with them. Again, this is what creates healthy skill gaps, because now, as a result of learning the game, we have so many different things that we're going to be able to do. And I think this is going to make a big difference in this game. We're going to see a whole lot more mind games. We're going to see a whole lot more baiting and trying to get people to use their more powerful moves, because it's going to give us more openings. And then the final thing I'll say is I keep forgetting that this game is technically still in beta. All right, and I know a lot of games stay in beta for sometimes a decade, but I think as long as we see this game in beta, it's very possible that we can wake up one weekend and this game be totally different. They can scratch the dodge mechanic altogether. They can add a block feature. They can add parries for certain characters. They can change characters' moves entirely. Like, as long as this is kind of still in beta, I think there is a lot of promise for how they will continue to modify and change the game and try to make it a better experience for everyone. And right now, I think Player One Games and Warner Brothers have a little bit of a grace period, because you're bringing people's favorite characters into a video game. That will carry you for a little while, but you have to kind of get this stuff right, and you have to get it right earlier rather than later. And despite me and my partner having one of the worst sessions just a couple of days ago, I'm still more excited for what's to come with this game. So this is a big step in the right direction. If you like the video, like it. If you think someone else might like it, share it. And if you want to see more, we really hope that you would subscribe.